trip tomorrow, so I have a few more things that I have to get done today. I have to do my nails, which I'm actually doing myself. I have to finish packing, and then I have to go do my hair, which we're actually gonna go do right now. But first, we need to go get some coffee, so let's go. Alright, so I picked up my coffee. We have our cute little holiday cup and I'm so excited. I got the iced sugar cookie latte. So good. One of my favorites. I get it every year. I kind of go through like all of the flavors, but yeah, this one's like always a go-to. I also got like a cinnamon pull apart, and I got a bacon egg and gouda, which I get all the time, but they put it as a festive sandwich, which it's not. But it's still really good. But I'm running late for my appointment, so let's go. Hair is done, and let's go finish everything else that we need to finish. I'm so tired. I've been here for 5 hours. My hair is done. My nails are not done. Unfortunately, that's going to be a very last minute thing that I do tonight. I already feel this night is going to be very chaotic for me, which as it is for every trip, except this is a very long trip. And I have so much to pack and I have so much to do. I luckily I have everything on my bed already as like where I want it to go, just everything that I need to take with me in these bags. So everything that's super light and I can just stack on top of each other, it's going to go in my carry-on. Everything, and this carry-on is by American Tourister, and I've been using them for years. She looks a little rough, and she is, but she's gotten me through a lot of trips. So she's handy and dandy and a little messed up, but she gets the job done. I purchased this CalPack from Marshalls like a few months ago specifically for this trip, so I have not used it yet, but the color was really pretty. It was only 80 bucks. And she's spacious. So the hope is to have all of my coats and boots and shoes and sneakers in here. Obviously, all of my liquids are going to go in here as well. My husband is taking his own carry on and check in bag as well. So whatever I don't fit in here is going to fit in there. But I really do need to make space in here just because I want to be able to bring back souvenirs and gifts. All of my snacks, anything that I need for the plane, like medications, vitamins, snacks, chargers, games, everything is going in here. So I already have things packed in my bathroom that I've already like pre-packed. Just needs to go in the bag now. But yeah, really all that I need to do now is pack. So let's go. Trying to film this before the sun goes down, so I'm so sorry if I'm rushing. But self-filming wise, I wasn't very consistent. As you can tell from the beginning of this video, I, did my prep and then we left on our trip and I didn't vlog very much while we were there. Unfortunately, I tried to get as many clips as I could. Unfortunately, a lot of them were vertical clips. I didn't get all of my horizontal clips for YouTube. But the ones that I did get, I thought were really pretty. But unfortunately, like I'm not even in them. So that's why you kind of just saw those clips there. So I just kind of wanted to explain exactly what we did while we were there. If you followed me like on TikTok or Instagram, like you would have seen a lot of my photos. I'm still posting them because I just love them so much. But I wanted to go kind of in detail about what we actually did while we were there. So basically we got to England first. We landed in Heathrow. So we spent about 3 days there, and then from there, then we took a 2 hour drive to London, and we stayed in London for like another 2 or 3 days. We stayed at an Airbnb there, and it was not too far from London, like from central London, because we would just walk to the underground, take that over to London, and then go and do stuff. So we really just spent a lot of time just like walking around and exploring and eating. We would go to pubs, we went to Harrods. We walked around there. We went to Selfridges, which I didn't get to go last time I went to London. So that was a pretty cool experience of like a mall to go to. Again, like the vibes in London are just so different. I do understand the whole like clutching your bag thing that everyone talks about. Like I did always feel like someone was going to steal my bag while I was there. And I had a crossbody. So it was right in front of me. It was on my chest. And I still felt like someone was going to steal it from me. So my phone was always in my bag. Nothing was in my pockets. But we had such a fun trip there. Like it was so nice. It was my husband's first time going there too. So like we were like, okay, like we need to go to the Disney store. And it was such a cool experience because like I hadn't been in a Disney store since before they all closed. Like the only ones that we go to are like the ones in Disney Springs or downtown Disney in California. That's like the closest you'll get to it. But the one here in London was really just like early 2000s vibes. And it was just so sweet. So I loved going there. We bought a few things there. And then we really just spent the rest of the time just walking around. Like I was just so in awe of like the architecture and the culture and like the foods. And it was just the food was so good. Like it was so good. I miss everything there. And our last day in London, we went to Borough Market. I think about two things constantly every day about Borough Market. It's the strawberries and chocolate, which yes, they are worth the hype, and the sausage rolls. That sausage roll is like nothing I've ever tasted in my life. I've had sausage rolls before in England, which I thought were amazing. But this one, I have a picture of it somewhere either on my Instagram or TikTok. Oh my God, it's so good. Me and my husband talking about it all the time. It's one of our favorite things, and we can't wait to go back because we're going to go to Borough Market all the time. But those strawberries and chocolate really hit the spot. I was expecting like a Nutella, like a thick chocolate, but one, the strawberries are, I've never tasted strawberries that fresh before. Like I have no words to even explain how good these strawberries were. And the chocolate was not as thick as you thought, but it also wasn't as light as you thought. Like it was the perfect mixture of like a chocolate for strawberries. I don't know. It was so good. I think we each got our own and we each ate them quickly. It was really good. It was so good. Oh my God. But yeah, so the next day wasn't our last day in London, technically in London. Actually, it was. We went over to the Warner Brothers Harry Potter tour. And unfortunately, I really wish we would have stayed there a lot longer. We were there for about 4 hours. So I booked our train ride to be like a little bit after that, which I mean, my bad. I should have been better at planning. I thought I did enough research. After the tour, which was I'll get into that in just 1 second. The Uber from the tour to the train station took like 10 minutes. We ended up waiting for a train for almost 2 hours. But anyway, the tour was amazing. I have posted photos. I wish we could have stayed there a lot longer because it was such an immersive experience. It was so cool. Like, it's nothing like going to Universal and seeing everything there. Like, it's nothing like that. This is just like you literally walk into Hogwarts, like you're there. My only complaint was I had booked our breakfast in the Great Hall. I don't know why I really genuinely thought we were eating in the Great Hall. It was a huge scam, in my opinion. Like, I wasn't impressed with it at all because it was really more so just like the illusion of a Great Hall. You were really just sitting in a room that they closed off and then they added floating candles. The food wasn't great. I give it like a 4 or 5 out of 10. It was very, like, it seemed very Americanized and it wasn't good in my opinion. I would not pay for that ever again. So if breakfast wasn't good, I can't imagine that dinner is any better. Maybe I just really didn't like what I got because I got, a traditional English breakfast. The beans weren't good for me either. So unfortunately, I didn't like it. My husband says it was okay, but I would skip that next time unless, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's an experience. So if you want to do it, do it. But I definitely don't recommend doing it. I think it was a waste of my money. especially for how much it costs for like a ticket. They could definitely do it better. And they could increase the quality of the food. I think that was just my main thing. The quality of the food was not good. So it honestly just feels like I had breakfast in school, like a school breakfast. That's what it felt like. So yeah, don't recommend doing that. But the rest of the tour was amazing. The store in there was just so overwhelming. I loved it. I kept going back and forth and I wanted to buy everything. Again, if you saw my packing video, you'll know that I didn't have that much space in my luggage for extra things to bring home. So we didn't buy as much as we wanted to, but we did buy a good amount. We brought home like a sweater and some pins that I wanted, some paintings that I wanted. But the tour itself was just so immersive and it was so cool. I won't give anything away like if you want to go, but the Great Hall experience, it was magical. And we also went like on the first day of like Christmas. So it was all decked out in snow and they were all wearing like their winter outfits with their scarves and their hats. It was really, really cool. And like you just see all of the props from the movie and a lot of the set pieces were from the set. So that was actually really, really cool too. We didn't do the guided tour just because I felt like we could just read everything. Like I don't think the guided tour was that much better. I don't think it was that much more expensive if you want to do a guided tour, but I think it was just a better experience because we got to kind of like just hang around and do our own thing. If we wanted to walk back somewhere, we could do it. And then the ticket that we got also gave us a free butterbeer voucher, which we found out when we were there that the butterbeer isn't just for a butterbeer drink. You can use it for butterbeer ice cream. And when I tell you that the butterbeer ice cream there is so much better than the one at Universal, I mean it was so good. 10 out of 10. We got a souvenir cup. Ate that up. It was so good. After that, we got on the Uber. The Uber took us to the train station. Again, we waited about 2 hours. The train situation is so stressful. I'm not used to it. I mean, we made it. We got to Scotland. We ended up getting to Edinburgh around like 11 or 12. I think we got there like at 11. The train situation to get to Scotland was just a lot because like you have to get off and on trains and like if you miss your train, you miss your train. But Edinburgh was such an amazing experience. Literally the moment that we got to Edinburgh, I was just so happy. Like I saw Edinburgh Castle right from when we got off the train station. It was right there. It was amazing. It was great. We called it Uber. The Uber took us over to our hotel, which we stayed at the Virgin Hotels, and I have nothing but good things to say about the Virgin Hotels. Like literally we walked in there and a bellhop, it honestly feels like he appeared out of nowhere because he came, grabbed our stuff, took it to the front desk, checked in at the front desk, which they were so lovely, first of all. And then we went up to our room. The bellhop was like, no, you go. Like, I'll get on the next one. Got to our room. It was so nice and so spacious. I loved it. I have a whole TikTok on it. You can go watch it. And then he just brought up our stuff and he put it on the little cubby for us and we were good to go. That was it. And then I guess I didn't do enough research, but it ended up working in our favor because the hotel was right on the edge of Victoria Street. Like it's right there. You walk out of your hotel, you're on Victoria Street and like everything is there. So like we had like amazing hot chocolate. They had like super cute shops around there and like it was just in the center of everything that we wanted to do. So like if we like before I knew it, like we had already circled back to our hotel room. So my husband would just be like, do you want to just like leave our bags? Like if we bought something, we would just take it back to the hotel and then we'd just be on our way again, just doing whatever we wanted to do because it was right there. I did mess up and not staying there the whole time, unfortunately. Note to self for next time. Like I thought I was booking like a more luxurious hotel for like our last night there. And I feel like that hotel, we stayed at the Resident like our last night there, and it wasn't really surprising. Like the room was smaller, it was more expensive, and it was further away from everything that we wanted to do. Maybe it was just our hotel room. I don't know. I didn't care for it. We had like a room with a view, but like Edinburgh Castle was like this small. And then I told them that we're celebrating my husband's birthday, we're celebrating our 1 year anniversary, and it's our honeymoon. And they wanted us to pay for everything. They're like, oh, it's a birthday. You want a cake? We got to pay for it. You want champagne? You got to pay for that. You want strawberries? You want to pay for that. And our room wasn't ready for hours. But anyway, after that, we ended up driving up to Inverness, which it was poor planning on my part. We didn't need to drive up to Inverness because what I wanted to do was I was doing all the Outlander things. So I wanted to go to Lollybrook. I thought Lollybrook was all the way in Inverness. I don't know why, because I literally had the map in front of me. I was like, yeah, it's not that far. Lollybrook was only 30 minutes away from Edinburgh. So I had my husband, poor thing, drive like 2.5 to 3 hours north to Inverness just for us to get there, check into the hotel room, go eat. And then I realized, oh my gosh, we don't even need to be here. So, we made the best of it. We walked around. The city of Inverness really is so cute. It's such a cute little quaint little town. We ended up going to where the Battle of Culloden was, which that is actually something that was on my list that I wanted to do. So that was really cool, but it was so cold there. Oh my god, it was freezing. And by the time we got there, like the information center was already closing. It's open 24/7 because it's basically just like an open park, but it's a battlefield. So you can go and you can kind of see and you can read all the notes, and it's just a really cool immersive experience because like you get to actually see and read everything of like, well, this is where the redcoats were, this is where the Scottish were, and like it's kind of sad just to kind of see how bad of a battle that was and how short it was. So bad in the sense of like it was just so short for the Highlanders. They didn't really get a good chance to fight. But yeah, it was pretty sad. But we walked around the whole thing. It got dark very quickly, and we were freezing. It was like 18 degrees, 18 or 20 degrees. It was freezing. I was so cold. We left early the next day just to go back. So we asked the resident if we can just stay earlier, and they allowed us to stay in the same room. And it snowed on the way back. We stopped at Midhope Castle first. So we woke up at like 5 or 6 a.m., left the hotel, drove straight to Midhope Castle. And I had already booked our tickets, so we were able to go. Luckily, like thank God we didn't go like later in the month because they closed early for the year. So I'm pretty sure they just closed for the holidays. But we were able to go and kind of see everything. We didn't go inside because you had to pay for that too. But still being able to kind of see like what is Lollybroch was really, really cool. And we got to walk a little bit further to see where Jamie's cave was. I thought that was pretty cool too. So I bought a little pin there. The souvenirs there weren't that great. So I just bought a little pin, and it was the last one there too. So I thought that was cool. And then afterwards, we drove back, gave back the rental car, which my husband was so happy to do. We just walked around. We went to go have breakfast. We ate at a cute little like hole in the wall restaurant. Their breakfast was really good. I had a Scottish breakfast, and it was probably the best Scottish breakfast that I had while I was there. We didn't go to too many places. We had Scottish breakfast twice, but it was really, really good. After breakfast, we really just kind of kept exploring because our hotel room wasn't ready. So I think we went to go explore Edinburgh Castle again. I took some more photos. We climbed up oh my gosh, I'm terrible with the names. We walked to the staircase from One Day. I just really wanted to make a TikTok with that audio from One Day. So we climbed all those steps. If this is your first time going to Scotland, you need to work out beforehand. My first flight of stairs on our first day in Edinburgh, I was out of breath halfway through. And that wasn't even the largest staircase that we went up. I was so out of breath. I was so out of shape. I was so tired. I would literally get to the top and I would be like, you need to give me a minute. I need to catch my breath. I'm literally like heaving because I can't breathe. And we ended up just going up a lot of stairs. But the cafes that we all went to were cute. We went to the Christmas market a few times, which I loved the Christmas market. They had such good food there. The hot chocolates everywhere were so good. On Victoria Street, my favorite hot chocolate was at Canoops. I love Canoops. I can't wait to go back there. I'm sad we didn't go back, but I love my hot chocolate. It was so good. And then we went to a lot of the pubs. Pub food is so good. And the vibes in the pubs are just, they're like nothing that you get here, to be honest. Like everyone over there is just so chill. Like they're not going to bother you while you're eating. They don't care if you are rushing to get your check. Like they don't rush you. It's so nice. I am telling you, like I can't wait to go back. But yeah, we were in Scotland for 5 days, and unfortunately, like the trip, it went by so fast. I'm so sad to be back home. Our trip on the way back was like a nightmare because we were supposed to go from Edinburgh to Ireland, so we stopped in Dublin. Then from Dublin, it was supposed to be a straight flight back to LAX. That didn't happen. The moment we got to the airport in Scotland, our flight was delayed. Now, like we use Aer Lingus and like their app is terrible. So their app didn't update us. Like we didn't even know that we were late. It's just everyone was at the same terminal and we were just kind of waiting, asking questions. And they were like, yeah, I should be here any moment. And like 2 hours later, like it was late. So by the time we got to Dublin, they had already rerouted us. They were like, well, your flight changed, so now you have another connecting flight. Obviously, well, the moment that we got there, that plane had already left. So we were already on a new plane, but that plane was leaving within a few minutes. So our luggage didn't have time to make it to our flight. So I was panicking because I was like, oh my God, like the air tags are still in Dublin. Like, what are we going to do? So yeah, by the time I think we landed in Washington after our flight to Dublin, which that flight was great on the way from Dublin to Washington, because we had the whole like we had the seats to ourselves. But the moment that we landed in Washington, it just kind of all went downhill from there because we had like a 2 to 3 hour layover, so we were basically like 6 hours delayed in getting home. We were supposed to get home at around 6 p.m. So I planned it perfectly so we can get home, unwind, go to sleep, and feel a little bit more refreshed in the next day. That didn't happen. A few other things happened, unfortunately, and we ended up getting home really late, and we didn't go to bed till 4 a.m. So, note to self, you're not actually saving a few extra dollars to get a cheaper flight. Just book the flight with the airline that you know is good, and you won't have to worry about this. But other than that, we had an amazing trip, and we really can't wait to go back. But I'm glad that you guys enjoyed like everything that I did vlog. And if you follow me on TikTok and Instagram, you'll would have seen a lot of like my stories and a lot of the videos that I've made for that for the trip. So yeah, hopefully, we have a vacation coming up soon and we can vlog then too. But it just made me realize like I just can't wait to leave the States. Like I'm especially with everything just kind of going on, I'm just kind of over it. And if we could go back to Scotland tomorrow, I would. I look forward to whenever that happens, but I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog and that you actually just kind of enjoyed seeing everything because I had a great time. Sorry that they are a little bit late, but better late than never. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.